The Falklands War of 1982. The Falklands War of 1982 was a 10-week conflict between Argentina and the United Kingdom over the disputed Falkland Islands, South Georgia, and the South Sandwich Islands in the South Atlantic Ocean. The war had significant military, political, and geopolitical implications. Background of the conflict: the Falkland Islands had been under British control since 1833, but Argentina claimed sovereignty, citing historical ties dating back to Spanish colonial rule. The island's location in the South Atlantic and potential for natural resources added to their strategic importance. Tensions simmered for decades, but by the early 1980s, Argentina's military junta, led by General Leopoldo Galtieri, sought to rally national support amidst an economic crisis. Regaining the Falklands, known as Islas Malvinas, in Argentina, was seen as a way to bolster national pride. The invasion: on April 2, 1982, Argentine forces invaded the Falkland Islands, swiftly overpowering the small British garrison. Days later, they also captured South Georgia. The invasion shocked Britain, and Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher faced domestic and international pressure to respond decisively. The UK government immediately condemned the action, insisting on the island's self-determination as the residents overwhelmingly identified as British. Britain's military response delicately balanced a judgment call. Attention solely focused on destroyers. Diplomacy spearheaded by the Naval Task Force, setting sail for the South Atlantic on April 5, 1982. The task force included aircraft carriers, destroyers, frigates, submarines, and troop transports. Diplomacy, spearheaded by the United Nations and the United States, attempted to de-escalate the situation, but no resolution was reached. On May 2, British forces escalated the conflict by sinking the Argentine cruiser General Belgrano, resulting in significant loss of life. Major battles the war saw: intense air, sea, and land battles. Both sides engaged in significant air operations. Argentina's Mirage and Skyhawk jets frequently clashed with British Harrier jump jets. While Argentine aircraft inflicted damage on British ships, British air superiority played a crucial role in the campaign. 2. Naval warfare. The British fleet endured heavy attacks from Argentine aircraft, notably Exocet missiles, which sank key vessels like HMS Sheffield. Despite this, the British Navy maintained control over the surrounding waters. 3. Land campaign. After establishing a beachhead at San Carlos on May 21st, British ground forces advanced across rugged terrain towards the capital, Port Stanley. Key battles included those at Goose Green, Mount Tumbledown, and Wireless Ridge. British troops demonstrated superior training and logistics, overcoming Argentine defenders despite challenging conditions. Outcome: on June 14, 1982, Argentine forces in Port Stanley surrendered, effectively ending the war. In total, the conflict claimed the lives of 649 Argentinians, 255 British personnel, and 3 Falkland Islanders. The war lasted 74 days. Aftermath and Legacy 1. For Britain, the victory solidified Margaret Thatcher's leadership, contributing to her re-election in 1983. It reaffirmed Britain's commitment to defending its territories and bolstered the morale of its armed forces. The UK invested heavily in the defense of the Falklands, establishing a permanent military presence. 2. For Argentina, the defeat discredited the military junta, hastening its collapse and paving the way for democratic reforms in 2013. The loss intensified Argentina's determination to claim the Falklands, an issue that remains unresolved. 3. International impact. The war underscored the risks of military adventurism and the importance of international diplomacy. It highlighted the effectiveness of British naval and air power, influencing military strategies worldwide. The Falklands War remains a symbol of national pride and sacrifice for both nations, while the sovereignty dispute over the islands continues to strain British and German-tied relations. If you liked our informative videos, then please subscribe my channel Era link.